Hi guys, as promised I said I would mention a little bit about the Department of Health statement that came out yesterday when they did news release. To say I find it very disconcerting is an understatement. I was there in London on the day that the funding was announced for the extra £35 million for research, which was absolutely brilliant. I was extremely lucky to meet David Cameron, as you know, and I was also very lucky to be interviewed by Angela Rippon, who is a very, very nice lady. I am extremely disappointed that the group, the top group, as I believe it's being called, has one carer in it and nobody with dementia. Hasn't anybody learned anything? Hasn't anybody listened to what people with dementia are saying? Not me, not just me, but guys I work alongside every day who have dementia, or I speak to every day, I shouldn't say not work, but speak to every day who have dementia, have worked tirelessly to be heard, and who would love to sit on that board and love to explain what it's like to live with dementia, what it's like to not to get an early diagnosis, the things to look out for, the frustrations that you come across, and things that are happening on the ground, not happening up in high office, not happening up in where people have never been to a memory clinic for months and months or even years, or even set foot in a memory clinic. How can we take this forward? I'm so disappointed. But how can we take this forward unless we involve people with dementia on them committees? I believe there is a subcommittee which has a couple of people with dementia, and I'm so pleased about that. A couple more might be handy, but I'm so pleased that that is happening. But I think you'll notice if you look at the press release that there is a bit of a pattern forming here, and there's a lot of them seems to be academics and not people who are walking the floor, walking the ground and saying how it actually is, and wanting people in these groups to listen so much. The group with the two people with dementia is run by, I believe, I won't mention their names, is run by a couple of friends of mine that have been appointed, and they're going to make sure that the other group listens to what they have to say. But without anybody on that top group, without anybody with dementia speaking up for people with dementia in that group, I'm afraid, as the most optimistic guy I know, in fact I'm probably annoyingly optimistic at times, but I'm very worried about this. What I would love you to do is send this video to every person on that list and ask them, not necessarily me, but ask them why is there not anybody with dementia in that top group? Why is there not anybody putting their views over for people who have this awful disease? None of us live forever. I can't carry on doing this forever, but I intend to do as much as I can while I can to make a bigger difference as I can. Yesterday was a day of mixed fortunes. I was absolutely livid yesterday morning when I read the press release, and then yesterday afternoon we got the good news that we have a place to start our Planting Memories campaign, which would be great which is actually helping people on the ground. It's helping people with a diagnosis. It's helping people live with dementia, not dying from it. And this is what these people need to hear, how we can mobilise people into these kind of projects. You can't distance yourself from these things. You've got to get in there, you've got to get involved, and you've got to see what's happening. So please, if you'd like to help, have a look at the press release for the Department of Health yesterday, which was called Transforming Lives with People with Dementia, something like that. And if you know anybody's emails, please send them on to the people that matter, because we need these guys to listen. They're good guys, I know some of them. I've met some of them and they're really decent guys. I just really believe that they've missed a bit of a trick here, where they need somebody with dementia on that board to speak for people with dementia, to speak for them who can't speak for themselves. So it's not such a happy chappy video message, and I've not done one for a while, but I just felt this needed to be said. See you soon. Bye.